So we practiced adding things with the same sign with different signs, and we're going to go over those rules. So if we had added two add-ins that had the same signs, that means they were either both positive or both negative. So if they were both positive, our sum was always going to be positive, which I would show you if my computer would let me type. Okay, so the sum is always positive. And this makes sense, right? Because you learned how to add positive numbers before you knew about negative numbers, right? So just add the numbers. Perfect. That one's pretty straightforward. Okay. When we had two negative numbers, uh, we still kind of used that same strategy. This time, the sum is always negative. And we're still going to use the same strategy. We're going to pretend the numbers are positive and then add the numbers and then write a negative sign in front of our sum. So that's kind of like the shortcut for getting there, right? Really, what we're doing is moving to the left on the number line over and over again. And so we're always going to get more negative, right? We're always going to go further to the left. That's the shortcut to describe what's happening. If I was going to describe what was happening in like proper math terms, what I might say is add the absolute values of both of the numbers and then make your sum negative, right? Negate the sum of the absolute value of the numbers. But that's a fancy way of describing it. If you think of it this way, and you can see Ms. O'Kane is holding up her notebook where she's kindly taking notes here, and it says same signs, add the values, keep sign. Oh, what a great, concise way to describe that, Ms. O'Kane. Same signs, add the values, keep the sign. Pretty straightforward. So, same rules if we have the same signs. Different signs, ooh, it gets a little more complicated. So sometimes our answer is positive and sometimes our answer is negative. And the way that we'll figure it out is this sign is the same as the sign of the number with the larger absolute value. What? So what that means is look at the value that is bigger. So for example, if I'm looking at negative 1,000 plus 2, well, that's going to be a negative number, right? Because that negative 1,000 is way bigger than 2. So it's going to be negative. The opposite is true here, right? If I had like positive 683,407 plus 8, plus negative 8, rather, well, that one's going to be positive because that positive number is way further away from 0. Can you please flash your camera on if you're like, oh, that makes sense? Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so here's a shortcut that we can take, right? What we can do is subtract the absolute values. So in other words, just pretend they're both positive and then subtract. And then give the sum the sign of the larger absolute value. Okay? So what we would do for these two examples that I gave you in the chat, we could just pretend they're both positive and subtract. So for like that first one, negative 1,000 plus 2, what I could do is say, okay, well, I know that 1,000 minus 2 is 998. But negative 1,000 had a bigger absolute value, so my sum must be negative 998. All right? The same strategy